Welcome back to another episode of In the Garage, Kit Reviews. And in this episode, and now I wanted to take a look at some minifigures that I've come across this last while and just have a little review of those. So first up is from the Minifig Corps. This is an Afrika Korps Car 98 body. Then we've got from Brickmania, this is the DAC Motorcycle Messenger. And then from Brick Forces, this is just a Car 98 soldier. And last is the SS Medic with .44 camo from Brick Republic in Canada. And just go with that little stall helm there. This is for a Brick Arms stall helm. So let's take a look at all of these. So first off, as far as the quality and stuff goes of some of these minifigures, now the medic here, I like the helmet, how that turned out. This minifigure, although printed quite decently, it really feels really cheap, like a cheap grade of plastic that they used. I can't say that I'm a fan of it. Mind you, I'm not using any later war minifigs anyway, but I just decided to try these guys out and see what they were like. It didn't really care for the feel and that of the plastic of it, but doesn't look too bad. But I'm not that into the later war stuff anyway. Just as we'll set that aside here, Brick Forces, they came out with, they have a whole bunch of Afrika Korps minifigures. These are all done in dark tan color. They do have also the same, like the Brick Republic one, a kind of a cheap plastic feel, like it's like they weren't finished or something properly or whatnot. So no printing on the legs at all, that just on the upper torso. So that's all that is with those. And like I say, I wanted to try them out and see what they were like. I don't really care for them. Sometimes I just throw those in, for kits or whatnot, if, maybe as a little bonus or something here and there. But this one from Brickmania, these last two are kind of really where the focus is at, because they do represent the Afrika Korps better. Now, the Luftwaffe, their uniforms rather, were all in the typical tan color, beigey tan colors, and that's what you would see. But for the soldier, the infantry, they were actually the olive color, and that was the big thing. Just things to note on this, for the messenger, I'll actually just pop off his MP40 there, which was neat to know just from going from top to bottom. On his helmet, which is something that is true, and I can show you a photo here, just showing you what they would do. They would apply the tan color paint to their helmets thereafter, and sometimes just go around where, like, this is the tricolor emblem. They just go around it, and it would look pretty rough. Or if it was already painted and they wanted to apply the marking afterwards, they would, just scrape it off or whatever and do that. So, and on the other side, there wasn't really, like this one here, you can kind of see their denazified version, which is okay, and that on the helmet, but it was more of a DAC. They would either have the other shield, the eagle and shield on it, which was typical in this here. This is a Brick Arms helmet. That's what they would have on this side, was the eagle and shield. They would have another variation of the Afrika Korps emblem, but this one doesn't have it. It's a good helmet though. I mean, I do like that kind of wash look, and then they put some goggles on it because he is the messenger. But anyway, just moving down from there. So I mean, the helmet was pretty decent, and that I do like it. So the other thing is, the minifigure did come with the flesh tone, but I'm probably a throwback, older Lego. You know what? Lego always came with the standard yellow faces and hands and stuff. So I don't know. I just like the keeping that Lego look through it all. But anyway, that's up to you, of course. So let's just go over the uniform here. First off, with the jacket, it does come with an MP40 pouch. It carries 3 clips in it. It's got the belt. Not a bad job overall. Detailing has the breast eagle, the Bevo breast eagle on the jacket. It does have the Afrika Korps, one of the 2 types of Afrika Korps cuff titles. It is a little bit high from where it normally is. It's like at the elbow here, but it's actually down closer to the wrist. So that's just a minor thing. It doesn't show any collar tabs here either. And of course, this guy here doesn't have any insignia like medals or whatnot on him. Also, he's got a bread bag and then the canteen, and that on the back, which was had the Bakelite cap and kind of a coconut style of water bottle. But overall, not a bad upper. The color is a little off. Normally, it would be more of an olive color, but not bad. A little more on the greener side, because if you notice on the jacket that I was wearing on the earlier videos, it shows off kind of tan color. It's actually not. That's actually because of the light that I was standing under was a more warmer yellow, kind of a warm white they call it, and it's a little on the yellower side. So it kind of came out looking more tan, but it actually is the green. Actually, see if I got a picture here. This is what it should have looked like anyway, this kind of green. But anyway, that was it for the jacket. And also the lower torso. This is a map pouch. Of course, he is a messenger, so he's carrying that with him. And of course the pants with the pocket on the one side there. And also just to note the boots that he's wearing. There's 2 types of boots. Here's a picture of both. There's the tropical high boot and the tropical low boot. And later on, this is what they went to, was the tropical low boot more exclusively. So I like the color of the boot. Like the bottom half here is leather, and it's actually very, very good. And that on that with the pants go. So that, overall, this is a pretty good figure. The only way you could get this is with the motorcycle kit. But to compare that one with this one, this is from the Minifig Co. This is also done on Lego torsos. It does not feel cheap, and it's not crappy looking or anything. It's actually done very well. It actually has more detail than the Brickmania one does. So just to point out some stuff, just with first off with the upper. Now it does come with flesh-colored hands. It does not come with a head or a helmet. It is just the upper torso and lower legs. So what was really neat about this one, you can see under, this is a Car 98 loadout. There's 3 different types, and this was the Car 98. Now the jacket is a darker green. It is a little too dark. The detail is exceptional on this. Like on the back of this, he's got like 2 water bottles, a mess tin, and what would normally be an A-frame pack on his back. It's kind of in the wrong spot. The mess tin would actually be up at the top, and then the lower case filled with all his personal stuff, including his Zeltbahn, which is a little tent kind of cover, collapsible tent kind of cover and stuff. But overall, I mean, the harness, the webbing and stuff, really excellent. It does have collar tabs as well, the Bevo collar tabs, as well as a breast eagle, which of course is partly under the strap there. It does have an Afrika Korps cuff title, the same as what's on the Brickmania guy, but he's actually in the right position. So the detail on this minifig is definitely better, much higher quality than what is on the Brickmania minifig. Legs also were very good, very comparable, and if you look at the 2, you got the tropical low boots on the Brickmania and the high boots on the Minifig Co. Fellow, as you can see, just kind of comparing them. So overall, when I got this one, I got the last one that they had. I would deck out my Afrika Korps kit with these guys. I wish the jacket was a little lighter, but otherwise, colors and everything, overall, this is really the best Afrika Korps infantry guy that you could have, and that totally number one. And just for the sake of it, I got a head and some arms for him. So let's go put those on. Oops, kick over the Brickmania guy. And loading on with the Stahlheim, he's a pretty good little fella on that. So I'm going to be going forward with this, but that's part of what the checking to see who's got what out there as far as minifigures go, and who comes up with the best quality. Now, of course, it all does get down to cost, and that naturally, because I mean, the Brickmania guys do cost, I think, a little bit more. These were on the cheaper side, the Brick Republic and the Brick Forces. But you know what? If budget-wise that's all you can afford, then that's all you can afford, and that's fine. I mean, that you have some troops is good. But if you can, definitely go up either to the Brickmania or for cost. For value, the Minifig Co. is definitely the guys to get. So they do have Officer, they do have MP40 troops as well, or that have pouches on them. But otherwise, I mean, you can't go wrong with, I think, either one of these two. My choice, though, of course, is the Minifig Co. So there you have it. That's just a little tidbit. Hope that helps with any decisions with your Afrika Korps-MOC. So now let's go and take a look at some jerry cans. So taking a look at some more accessories, let's deal with jerry cans. So I've got 3 different types here. This is from Brick Warriors. This is from the Minifig Co. And this is just a Lego, a made-up Lego jerry can. I know, and just for the sake of it, this was something I picked up from the Minifig Co. as well. This is actually a poster, a wall poster. It's done on a 2x3 tile, and it's about joining the cause. So you can see that a little closer there. Yep. So that's, I decided just to throw that one in there so you could just see what it looks like. Actually, here, let's bring out my new favorite Minifig Co. guy, so you can see the height of the the height of the poster. It's a 2x3 tile, like you said, 2x3 tile, and it's actually pretty good. They did a pretty good job of that. So, but anyways, let's just go on with jerry cans. This is from Brick Warriors. It is a large jerry can. Now, I was actually thinking of putting these on my some of my kits here. This definitely, for looks, this fella is like the best. That doesn't have any stud holders on the back of it, but it does on the bottom. So, like you could take, let's grab a piece here. Here's just a thing here. You can just, it goes right over a 1x2. It fits on there, no problems at all. So that's actually a pretty good jerry can. It is large. So, I mean, it's over half the size of a guy. So, I mean, it's pretty big. You're going to have to decide whether proportion-wise you want it. And next up, of course, in size is the Lego. My version of the Lego jerry can here. I normally, just because of size, I mean, proportion-wise, it should be a little taller. But because of size, I just put a sticker on the side of it there. So this is what it looks like with the sticker on it. And so, I mean, if you want to go all Lego built and not bother with any of the aftermarket stuff, then that's the way to go. It basically is made up of 3 pieces, just the 1x1 plate round, the plate modified with the handle. No, that's not a handle, just a modified 1x2, and then a brick, a 1x2 brick, which is like that. So that's pretty much all there is to that. You can make up your own jerry cans all you want. And then this little fella is actually from the Minifig Co. as well, and it does have some writing on it to show it's gas. Now, I believe you can get some with water on it. Now, although this one, unlike the other one, doesn't have any stud holders on the bottom, it does have one in the back, so you can actually stick it onto something. So I'm probably going to pick up a few of these and try them on the sides of vehicles, because I have done that on some of my model kits where I got jerry cans. Like, for instance, the Stug. Here I had a bunch of jerry cans on the back, a jerry can rack that I made up and put stickers on the sides, just made up of Lego. But I'm kind of inclined to give this a shot with the minifig co and see what it looks like. It's just getting that right proportion and what it looks like, because jerry cans aren't super that huge. So I found that when I put them on the Stug, these look kind of a little too big. So I keep that in mind when you're getting your jerry cans and stuff. And of course, it goes in its hand, no problem, and that he can walk around carrying that jerry can. The other thing here with the Lego one, well, he's going to take a little bit of modifying. Now, you can fit it in his hand, but you gotta kind of move it up out of the way a bit there, because it's kind of hard for him to walk. And that, or even go sideways here. Yeah, it can go sideways, and then he's kind of like that. So, and then of course the big guy, well, there's no way that you can rightfully carry this thing, so you'd have to pretend like putting it in his hand, and that it looks like he's pouring gas into something. So that's the other way to do it. So otherwise, that's pretty much it. I mean, you got to decide what you think is the best, what looks the best for your MOC. I'm kind of leaning towards the minifig co jerry cans, because the size, I think, is more realistic to the proportions of the minifigure. So, but I'm gonna buy a few more of these and then see what they look like, because, like I said earlier, when you attach them to vehicles, some of these, like I did the Bison, although they had jerry cans on the side and such, they kind of look a little bulky. They don't look bad, but they are a little bit bulky. So I'm kind of almost leaning to trying these out with some of the other MOCs where jerry cans need to be fastened to the side. And like even the model I'm working on right now, which is this one, the SDKFZ 251 AUSIF B, and this is the infantry model, so that'd be the 251/1. It has jerry cans. Pictures I've seen have jerry cans on the front, and also have jerry cans on the sides, and also have jerry cans on the back. So you can kind of pick where you want them to go, but I'm kind of looking at those to the minifig co to put on that model. So we'll see what that looks like, and that once I get them. So, but anyway, hopefully you find that helpful, and keep on building. Catch you next time.